Hi, I'm Nick Maselli. At TD Bank, we believe all citizens need to be informed about the important financial issues that affect their daily lives. That's why we're proud to support programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation and their partners in public television.
This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Hackensack University Health Network, County College of Morris, connecting learning and life, New Jersey Council of County Colleges, MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey, activists in cooperation with the American Medicine Chest Challenge, TD Bank, and by PSE&G, committed to improving New Jersey's economy and strengthening its communities.
This is One-on-One.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
People like laughing at others, so I don't mind if the other is me.
See, you go right into the character. That's what it is.
I'm bringing families together a half an hour each week. Man, I'm doing something special.
And so I do feel successful.
Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. Welcome to the Tisch WNET studio here in the heart of New York City. I want to introduce my good friend, former colleague, Bill Ritter, Steve. Anchor, WABC-TV 7. Hey, you guys, you've been on the air across the street. By the way, literally across the street.
I can see our studio, yeah, right there.
You really can.
Yeah, hi, guys.
Across the street at ABC for how long?
I started at ABC in November of 1992, so it'll be 24 years next month.
Where'd you come from before that?
Los Angeles. I grew up in Los Angeles, and then I worked there in television for 2.5 years, and then I went to San Diego State and stayed in San Diego for a long time. Worked for the LA Times. Started in television. I was 37 when I started in television.
Was New York the dream?
No, never thought I'd ever be in New York. No.
What?
Yeah, and then now, of course, all my friends say, "You're so New York. Where were you born? Where were you born? Were you born in Brooklyn?"
Were you born? What? Queens? Staten
Yeah,
Island?
exactly. No, Los Angeles, the Valley.
So it really wasn't, I'm going to get to the #1 TV market.
I didn't want to be on television. I was a newspaper reporter, you know, ink-stained wretch and everything. And in fact, the first television offer I had, I told the guy, "No, thank you very much. I don't want to be on television."
You turned down television?
I did. I turned down television. And the only television experience I had was working on a PBS station. And I moderated. I was on one of those, weekly news and review at the end of the week, and then I moderated several political debates. And someone saw me and said, "Hey, we ought to do it." And I said no, though. It took about 2 months before we negotiated.
I'm curious about your college look. Hey, can we take a look at Bill in college?
Yeah, a chick magnet, really.
That's you in college?
That was me in college. I was speaking. It was an anti-war protest at.
You were an activist.
I was an activist.
You did not have the look for, some say, television, classic television right there.
You don't think that Jerry Rubin look is a look for television? I guess I could have probably cut my hair if I wanted to do television.
You're born to be in this market and across this country. By the way, the ABC network piece, play that out too, because you not only are here in the #1 market by the way, it can be seen every night on ABC 7, what time?
Channel 7, WABC-TV 6 and 11. I anchor the 6 and 11 show.
With
Liz Cho at 6 and Sade Badaranwa at 11.
We're okay with plugging.
Okay.
We're looking at you, and
that's Liz.
Okay.
That's Liz. We've been the longest running anchor team in New York right now, and the only Jewish anchor team in the history of New York.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. And the network side?
November 1992, I started a show called Good Morning America Sunday, which now is Good Morning America on the weekends. Right. But we just were on Sunday at the time, and I think we were cleared in about 4 stations around the country. No, it was like nobody was watching, but it was really a fun and interesting experience. And then I worked also for GMA, and then I worked for 2020, and then slowly...
GMA, Good Morning America.
Good Morning America, and then I worked for 2020, and slowly I started to work for WABC as they were looking for someone to perhaps replace the legendary Bill Butel. And so I worked 2 days a week WABC and 5 days a week at ABC, and that lasted about a year and a half.
I remember working with you in the early 2000s, right, as a political analyst there, and had a great time with you.
You were the political analyst. I was the anchor, and this is very strange, me answering questions from you. I'm used to asking you the questions.
Well, it was always a great time being with you because you're a good listener, great question asker, but I also noticed that you followed up as if you actually were paying attention to what was being asked.
What'd you say?
Oh, stop. See, I knew you were going to do that. But the other thing about you that always struck me is that you do have an obsession for understanding issues. And I'm not saying that's not...
It's not a bad thing, right?
It's a great thing.
Okay, good.
But I'm curious about this. When did you know that you had a fascination, not for broadcasting, because you made it clear, you turned down the first job. When did you know you were fascinated with complex issues?
You know, when I was active against the war, my sort of job, I found myself being the spokesperson for the organizations that I would work with. And I loved working with reporters. And I just found that their job was far more interesting, I thought, asking questions and sort of giving license to being curious and giving license to asking questions that, you know, most people would say, hey, man, bug off. I'm not answering that. But when you're a reporter, people expect you to ask those questions. I expect any questions. I have no idea what you're going to ask me. But I'm ready for it, and you have an absolute right to do that. And when you're a reporter, it's like you're giving a stamp of approval to say, you can ask whatever you want. So do curious people go in naturally to reporting? I don't know. I think you have to be curious if you want to be a good journalist. There's no question about that.
Curious about the changes, the digital side of our business has changed dramatically. As a writer, Behind the News is something you've been doing for a long time. How many years have you been doing that piece?
We did a blog. I did a blog called Behind the News, starting in the first of 2002, I think.
Describe.
Right after the
Did you want really people to see what was going on behind the news?
I wanted to talk about more in-depth things. I think that the 9/11 attacks changed everything, and I wanted to have a more direct route of communication with our viewers. The Christmas right after 9/11, we opened up emails, and we do it to this day. Every Christmas, I anchor the morning show on Christmas, and we take in people's emails. I wanted to have that interaction, and I thought, well, let's do this blog. So I did it, and truth be told, I stopped the blog the beginning of June, this past June, because I think that, not that I didn't love it, and not that we didn't have lots of people who sort of miss it, and read it, but it changed. The digital social media part of this has changed, and Facebook and Twitter have overcome in popularity the concept of blogs. I think blogs are sort of last decade.
Really?
I do, and I know that there's a lot of blogosphere stuff in politics in your worlds, but I think for the general public, getting another email with my blog attached to it is just another email.
But we have you. Hold on. We have Bill's Twitter account up, right?
Oh well, yeah, I'll tell you what it is. Bill Ritter 7. Yeah.
But no, it hasn't. That's been up the whole time.
Okay.
What do you do with that?
I do more Facebook than I do Twitter, although we do Twitter with breaking news. But I take some of the things I did in the blog, which was analyze a top story or explain why we're doing something, or sometimes throw a stink bomb into the discussion and say, you know, what do you think of this?
By the way, what's your Facebook?
Bill Ritter. Bill Ritter.
Bill Ritter. Okay, go to Bill Ritter. What goes on there?
I like to start conversations that get people going. You know, I don't like the vitriol and the nastiness, especially if people don't put their names on it. And I say, you know, let's keep it humane and calm and civil. But I do like to start the dialogue with people. I don't say, hey, I'm at, you know, I'm on Steve's show right now. I will say some of that. I don't say I'm going to the park because I want to take a walk. I don't care about that stuff.
Substantive stuff.
I want to be, have it be a substantive forum. And I think so far we're doing that. So we talked a lot to our digital people, and they said, you know, maybe it's time. And I agreed. And we switched everything over to Facebook.
Speaking of substantive, you're involved in some substantive causes. Talk about them.
You know, when I first moved to New York, my father died a couple years later, several years later, and he got sick with Alzheimer's. And 2 weeks after I started at WABC, which was 6 or 7 years after I started at ABC, he died, and the Alzheimer's Association coincidentally asked me to host a walk, MC a walk here. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to do that. And since then, being a local anchor, you connect with these local organizations. And so I connect with the organizations that my family, I can relate to my parents with. My dad died of Alzheimer's. My mom died of lung cancer. I'm very active in a lung cancer association. They had a son who had severe disabilities, only lived 2 weeks. They became very involved in organizations for kids with disabilities. I now work since 1998 with YAI, the largest disabled services organization in the country. So I'm involved with organizations that, you know, allow me to stay close to my parents in some way. I feel like they're on my shoulder when I'm emceeing these events.
20 years plus before I let you out of here. You still love this, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm a lucky guy. There are so many people in New York and the tri-state, Steve, that get their only news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News. The only news. That's a huge responsibility. And, you know, yeah, it's a big responsibility, and I take it seriously.
The rest of it they get from public broadcasting.
And then the rest they get from your show and the rest of PBS. That's right.
Good to see you, my old friend.
Nice to see you, Steve.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Be good.
Folks, this is one-on-one from the Tisch WNET studios. We're talking to interesting, fascinating people like my friend Bill Ritter. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
To see more one-on-one with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
Maria Chávez is CEO of the Girl Scouts of the USA. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for having me here.
It is our pleasure here at the Tisch WNET studio. Can I get a couple details out of the way?
Sure.
Born in Arizona.
Born and raised.
Became a lawyer.
I did.
Worked in the Clinton administration.
I did.
What capacity?
Lawyer at several different agencies within the federal government.
Did you not, in fact, work for Janet Napolitano?
I did,
In
proudly
what capacity?
She was actually a great partner, great mentor of mine, and allowed me actually to work within a huge state agency that worked directly with families and children. And after that opportunity, she brought me up to the governor's office, where I worked with her for 6 years.
When she was governor of Arizona.
Yes.
So how do you come to the Girl Scouts in 2011?
Well, actually, I started in the Girl Scouts.
As a kid?
As a kid. Growing up in a very small farm town, I tell people all the time, as a child, I thought it was the epicenter of the universe. And luckily, 20 years later, the demographers in Arizona proved me right. And I grew up sort of in a ranch farm town, so, you know, played in the cotton fields. But I joined Girl Scouts at the age of 10, and they taught me about environmental justice issues and that we had to take care of the planet. And I'm like, okay, that's a different way of looking at the world. And so literally at the age of 12, because of the Girl Scouts, I started thinking about what could I do to give back. And at that point in time, I decided to become a lawyer.
You knew at that point that you were interested in this whole Girl Scouts thing because it was bigger than just, dare I say, cookies.
Cookies.
But listen, just last weekend in my hometown of Montclair, which we have the wonderful group of Girl Scouts, a wonderful troop there. Kind of troop?
Yes, it's a troop.
They are terrific. But right outside of the local, I'm not going to plug the coffee place that sells $5 cappuccinos. I think you know who they are. So they're right outside there, and I bought lots of cookies that our family shouldn't be eating. But, you know,
Yeah,
we're
we
there.
say in moderation. We say in moderation.
Well, we gave more than we bought. Let me just say that. So, and they're there all the time, and I say they're such a great group of young women, and the cause is great. But then I said, why do you say it's more than just cookies? Is that brand something you don't like?
Well, no, not at all. Actually, we embrace our cookie program. It is actually the largest entrepreneur program for girls
But
in
it's a
the
means to an
entire
end,
world.
no?
Sure, because what they do, when you approach girls, one, they're learning fabulous business skills. They're running their own business. And then they take their revenue and they actually invest it in their Take Action projects. So, Example. So a girl is raising money to help other girls in another country, in Nigeria, in Zimbabwe. They're basically funding all the local community activities in their local area. So they're funding all the animal shelters, because girls love animals. Right. They're, helping the congregate meal sites, the senior centers. They're rebuilding your city parks. And so for us, it's how do we engage girls nowadays with a 100-year-old program so girls, one, see it as relevant, and that parents understand this is a great investment in their future.
So interesting, because I also feel like it teaches leadership skills.
It does.
Because just to watch a young girl come out from beyond that table and approach someone and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm with the Girl Scouts, we're raising money for, and I think to myself, in this age of kids obsessed with digital technology with their heads down, not making interpersonal contact, not being able to communicate face-to-face, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. And that's why I'm so proud to be, I would say, the lead Girl Scout in this country, in this world. because I see these girls do this every day. They're making contact with other human beings to do the right thing on behalf of other human beings. And they're doing it at the age of 8, 10, and 12 years old. You know, every year we see girls, you know, sort of go up and sort of bridge up into higher levels of Girl Scouting. And the highest award that you can earn in Girl Scouting is called the Gold Award.
The Gold Award.
The Gold Award. It's like the pinnacle of Girl Scouting.
How do you get it, and what does it stand for?
So it's a sort of a triage, I would say, of working on different issues and ultimately working on a project that's going to have a global impact and a sustained impact. And out of the thousands of girls that get this award, we pick 10 a year. And we call them...
In the country?
In the country. And we call them the Young Women of Distinction. And these women are doing amazing things.
Example.
So I met one young lady a few years ago who was a young woman of distinction, and she saw an issue in her local community, these recycled bags. They were being thrown all over, polluting her local community. So she basically made a partnership with the local community agency that helped the homeless. And out of these recycled bags, she actually created sleeping mats for the homeless so that they wouldn't have to sleep on the streets. And then she went to the local prison to basically allow the prisoners to give back to the community to actually manufacture these mats made out of these recycled bags. So again, she went out of her comfort zone and connected two worlds to actually make something better for her local community. And she did that at the age of 14, 15 years old. This is powerful. And this is what Girl Scouts does every day in every zip code in this country and over 90 countries in this world.
You're passionate about this.
I'm just a little passionate about this. Because it changed my life, Steve. It really did.
Changed your life?
Absolutely.
How so?
Well, you know, I was growing up in a small farming community where, unfortunately, the data around girls was not very positive. You know, they looked at...
In terms of what the future might be?
Sure. Whether we were dropping out of school, we were not going on to fulfill sort of our life dreams. And the Girl Scouts really taught me a difference. It's sort of the volunteers in Girl Scouts saw me not as a problem to be solved, but a solution to be had. And they said, Ana Maria, we're going to invest in you. And they took me out of my comfort zone. They took me away for the first time to go to Girl Scout camp, where I met other girls that were just as passionate about their future. And I thought, that's interesting, because if I stayed at home, the people around me maybe didn't see me in the same light.
As a lawyer?
No.
As working in the federal government?
Other than my parents and my grandmother.
They saw it?
They saw it.
And you?
They did, but they saw that the Girl Scouts could actually activate it in a very different way. So as I said, at the age of 12, I determined to basically beat the odds of all the other odds around me and go on. And I knew that I had to go on to high school and to college to be a lawyer. So I beat the odds and I kept going. And that's why I've been on this sort of public service path my entire career, because I knew what it meant as a child to have a mentor, to have an adult look at me and say, Ana, you're worth this investment in this time, and I'm going to allow you the opportunity to dream big. And that's what I get to do every day.
You want this for these young women, don't you?
I do. But here's what makes me sad, Steve. I had this opportunity. You know, we've currently in the United States, we have 59 million living alumni.
59 living
alumni. So approximately 1 in 2 American women wore a uniform. She's a Girl Scout. And if you look at our alum, they're outperforming non-alum. Our Girl Scout alum went on and they got higher levels of educational attainment. They're making more per year, which means they're bringing more resources back to their homes. They are volunteering in a higher level than most other women in their community, and they're voting, and they're basically bringing their voice to the table, saying these are important issues to me, my family, and my community.
I'll tell you, you're not just passionate, but you bring a powerful message for all of us to consider. Ana Maria Chávez, CEO of Girl Scouts of the United States of America. You make all of us proud, not just the Girl Scouts. Thank you for joining us here at Public Broadcasting. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay. This is One-on-One. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you very much.
To see more One-on-One with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD, and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
What are you doing?
Strengthening my grip. I'm playing in the 2-on-2 tournament in the village.
You play basketball? I grew up playing roundball in Marseille. It's pretty big over there.
Were you any good?
Excuse me?
Well?
Yeah, I got moves.
Okay, that means
My
no.
homeboy Roger even thinks we have a shot at taking the championship. Seriously, we already made it to the semis. The winners take 10 grand home, which I'm going to use to get my Nico over here.
You need $10,000 to get Nico from Marseille to New York?
Unfortunately, my ex-wife will only fly first class.
That was a scene from Taxi Brooklyn, a hit series in the summer at NBC. Also, that was Jacky Ido we saw there, right? That was you.
That was me.
Who was that very attractive young lady you were with?
Kyler Lee, the notorious Kyler Lee. She was in Grey's Anatomy playing Lexi Gray for a few years.
She's good.
Yeah, she's great.
Very good.
Great actress.
By the way, your accent is not from this area. Where's it from?
Well, I grew up in Paris.
You did?
In the suburbs of Paris, France.
Originally from where?
Originally from Burkina Faso in West Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the film that you're here to talk about is called West.
Yes.
Describe West.
West is a German film. It's about the emotional journey of this woman, Nelly Zend, who decides to escape from from East Germany, and with her son, and then she pretends to get married to a West German in order to flee the East.
We're looking right now.
Yeah.
And what role do you play?
I play John Bird. Well, in fact, she's gonna run into many obstacles, and I'm gonna be one of them.
You're an obstacle.
I'm a CIA agent.
You're a CIA agent, right?
Yeah. And I'm gonna interrogate her, and it gets a little tricky.
Tricky?
Between
You like
the
this
two of
role?
us. Yeah, it's a great role.
You speak English and German in the film.
Yes.
How challenging?
Well, it depends on the part, really. If the role is great, it doesn't matter which language you have to.
Oh, come on! Don't just
speak.
float off that. Like, I mean, English is hard enough, but what about the German?
That was the second film I shot in German. Actually, I shot with another director in Germany. Her name is Hermine Hundgeburt. I did a movie called The White Messiah with her a few years ago, like 10 years back. And in this movie, I had to play a Maasai warrior, so I had to learn how to speak Maasai, the Maasai language, Ma, and a little bit of Kiswahili in order to interact with the extras who weren't really actors. So I had to really have conversations with them. So she got me to do this. We pulled it off, somehow.
That's
and
great.
When she had this, she asked me to play Jim in Huckleberry Finn. And she said, but you have to do this in German. And, Huckleberry Finn is such a, Mark Twain is one of my heroes. I love everything he did. So I said, okay, and I tried it in German, and it worked. And Christian Schwocho, who's the director of West, he saw this in the editing room, and he said, who this guy? I need him. So that's how we met, actually. That's how I got the part.
It's one thing talking about acting in lots of different languages, but I'm curious, when did you know you wanted to be an actor?
Well, I think early on, I thought I wanted to become a director first. At the age of 12, my parents were big film buffs. They had movies from all over the world, Indian movies, Bollywood style, Asian movies, African, American, everything they had. So I had a huge library to build my film, my film connaissance. And so I decided I wanted to be a director. So I trained for many years on my own, just shooting short films with my brother and involving some friends in the process. And little by little, I was so hungry for it. I tried to become a DP, just to know how to talk to the people involved on the set. And I did so many things that acting came. I wanted to know how to direct actors, so I tried that, and obviously I got stuck into it.
But you also sang.
I did a little bit of poetry slam, with my...
Poetry slam?
Yeah, spoken words, really.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. And that all just... But you always want to be an artist, in the arts, somehow.
I mean, I did try to do other things too. You know,
like?
I majored in banking. I did. I was a banker.
You could have been
for
a banker?
years. Yeah, I was for
Oh, you actually were a banker?
Yeah.
Did it fit you? You say, I'm a good banker. I could be a banker.
After 2 years, I quit, and I was like, this is my calling, and I'm going there, even if I'm not making any bucks in there. You know, I was too eager to express myself that way. So that's how it all started.
Your family, any family back in West Africa?
Well, aunts and cousins, but you know, my brothers and sisters are in France or Istanbul, you know, Geneva, but not in Burkina Faso.
The reason I ask, how much fun are they having with your success?
Oh, they're pretty successful in what they do, and they have like one of them is a pilot, the other one's so they.
What are you, the underachiever?
They're amused by what I'm doing.
They're what?
They're amused. They're like, oh, he's the, because I'm much younger than my brothers and sisters. You know, they're 10 to 15 years older than me, and my little brother who's also a director and an actor. So
wow.
You know, they look at us with. They support us, but we're with
they're amused.
They're amused.
That's beautiful. By the way, you actually speak, Paul, is that true? Paul, Livy's our producer, is telling me you speak 7 languages. That can't be right.
Well, if you count the African languages that I know.
That's not, is that true?
Yeah, it amounts to 6, 7 languages. But I use 3 on a regular basis, so I really have to struggle to get the words out with the other languages.
Let me just plug again. The film is called West, and it's a fascinating story, and Jacky plays a CIA agent who is an obstacle for whom again?
Nelly Zenth.
Nelly.
Yeah, it's really about her emotional journey with her son, and they try to escape from the East and live a better life in the West.
We'll have people check it out. Jacky Ido, thank you so much for joining us on Public Broadcasting. We appreciate it. Wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Hackensack University Health Network, County College of Morris, New Jersey Council of County Colleges, MD Advantage, activists in cooperation with the American Medicine Chest Challenge, TD Bank, and by PSE&G. Promotional support provided by Commerce Magazine and by New Jersey Monthly, the magazine of the Garden State, available at newsstands. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.
New Jersey is a leader in solar power, and PSE&G is doing its part. With 24 solar installations in New Jersey, projects that are giving landfills new purpose and turning former brownfields green. Solar powers more than our homes and schools and businesses. It powers our economy by creating jobs right here in the Garden State. PSE&G, proud to support New Jersey.